Hello Internet, welcome to an edition of Eric's Corner, with a word to the not so wise. Doing another doomsday prepper slash kind of survivalist video. I've talked about generators and emergency supplies, things you'll need in case of, of course, a disaster. So I'm going to show you my generator. This is a really old Allman Brothers generator. It's diesel. It is actually air-cooled, so that kind of eliminates, needing antifreeze. It's a fuel tank. It's 100 gallons. Needing antifreeze. It's you're not going to have. It's one less fluid to leak when you change oil. Put a date on it somewhere for yourself. These are decompression levers. I guess it's kind of sort of an older choke. That's the fuel shut-off solenoid. That went out on me and fried. It took me a while to replace it. I actually bought two. I don't know why, because this you can just take and manually pull this lever back, and that is going to open up your, trying to get a good video here, open that up to get you fuel. So you can just secure it back with baling wire or a zip tie. So that's not even really that critical. It operates off of oil pressure. You see that little guy that the wires are going to there. So when it gets oil pressure, that pops open and gets you fuel. This is an old light tower. I was gonna put lights on it at some point, but just for if I need to weld somewhere at night, I've got a generator and lights. Okay, maybe I can get it open. Probably should have opened this before I started filming. There we go, got it. So, it's also planning on painting it. So, fix the doors right there, kind of prime some of the rust spots. That's the actual generator pack. That's an Allman Brothers little winch right there to hoist up the light tower. Breaker box, real simple. I don't have the battery in it right now. Just crank it over for a couple seconds. She fires up. When I first put that new part on, I thought it didn't work because, it's got to crank for a second before that'll pop open. Right when I released it, it popped open, or I was going to sit there and fuss with it because it runs off oil pressure, so it has to build oil pressure first. So this is a real simple setup. I always preach about things being EMP proof. This is just a starter, a big heavy generator pack, and that solenoid that I showed you that can be bypassed. I preach about, just in case of an EMP, I like having EMP proof things, but you're a million times more likely to have the advantage of a simple fix rather than EMP taking out your equipment. So keep things simple, learn to tinker with things. This is something I would actually usually keep a toolbox with, but of course if I was going to go somewhere I would. I can put up to it's got a spot over there for a 4D battery. I took the battery out because that battery was that was a good one. It held a charge through a really bad cold snap this winter, but it didn't die all the way, because you don't want them to die all the way, so that'll take a whole 4D, but there's just a big marine battery in there of some kind. But you definitely want to keep these things on a battery tender. You want to fire it up a couple times a year. I actually need to fire this one up. Might do a video. Kind of don't really see a reason to. It'd be just kind of boring starting an engine. So good option. It was only $800. It's 8 kW. It will power the whole house. I'm going to run it over to that junction box there at some point. I have a really long extension cord. You can see I placed it on this side of our guest house just to keep sound down. It is a loud neighbor. Probably won't complain because he's going to be running an extension cord to it. So anyway, that's my 2 cents on generators. Also, this one's towable, so easy to move around. Even your little 3 kW, it's still cumbersome and annoying to move. This pretty easy to move. Not by hand obviously, but yeah. So stay prepped. Again, this one's diesel, so I have lots of diesel and heating oil at the house, so that's my preferred fuel. Diesel's also just safer to keep around. Gas goes bad. So I can run this, my deuce and a half, so I keep enough diesel vehicles around. I can run things off my heating oil. So yeah, stay tuned. Let me know what you think. Have a good one.